I wanted to record a video of me playing Fortnite because I haven't done that in a minute. I think the last time I did it in chapter 4, and now we're at chapter 5, and I haven't recorded a video all season. So now that the TMNT Battle Pass is officially over, the TMNT Battle Pass is over, and I hate that it ended so early because I was so close to getting the new glider. I think it's time to give my opinion on all of that. So I'll start off saying that it wasn't a bad season. Definitely not, but it reminded me of it reminded me of the first season in chapter 4, where it wasn't really that big. It had a great map, it had great things to it, but it got a really slow start on to it, you know? And I still played it, but a lot of people, they just couldn't play it because of how slow it was. And then, we did get the Turtles collab, and I got all of the skins for them. But, again, it's one of those things where it's like, it was good, but it didn't add anything, and that's why when I'm talking about the TMNT collab, I'm going to talk about that in, like, separate aspects. Oh, dang it. But, yeah. So, on to the first update we got, which took over, I think, a month to get out. I wasn't really happy with how slow the new stuff was getting out, and now they're kind of pumping out new stuff more, which I'm happy about. But if you've been keeping up with like people like iTalk and people like that, then you know that all their Winterfest cosmetics that were supposed to be released in December were released late. And I think part of the reason for that was the Chapter 4 finale date. It was around November, so as long as they've been working on it, it was very hard to get out. But for the opening start to the season, I thought that it was very cool. I liked the bosses, but I was actually a very heavy user of the sniper rifle that got added in, which, I mean, who else wouldn't use it? And I wish I had clips of me using it, but I don't, because again, I haven't made a Fortnite video, and this is actually the first Fortnite video I've made this year. But we got Solid Snake in the first update, which again, it felt like that kind of took a little too long because it was already January. And with the TMNT collab that was going on, oh crap, I missed it. But with the whole TMNT collab that would go on throughout February, I feel it kind of feels like, oh, well then. It was released a little too late in my opinion, and although we got new mythics, which I will go into again because holy crap. But even though we got all that new mythics and all that good stuff, it kinda felt a little, you know, kind of felt a little overdue. Because again, a lot of people have talked about this, but I didn't really play during the whole when Solid Snake was going on. I won't lie. I didn't really mess with any of his mythics unless it was to get gold out of the vending machines, or just camp. But as much as I loved it and all that good stuff, I liked the skin. I did. I really liked the skin. My favorite version is the second version where he has the goggles on, but it's like it feels like they didn't really try too hard with this collab. I'm not saying that to enrage anyone, you know. But it really did, because one of my favorite YouTubers and such, he actually went on to say that the fact that they only added in a box was kinda a little bull. Especially considering that this was the bonus skin, you couldn't buy anything else from it. There was no bonus skin that you could buy unless you... And that's another thing too. They do normally put at least one or two skins in the shop, but Solid Snake only got one, and I'll be honest, the skin was accurate but boring, in my opinion. And then, moving on to like the next update, which was a lot sooner. I'll give Fortnite that, Epic that. It was a lot sooner than I expected. But it also had a lot more than I expected too. The TMNT collab update. It was a good update, I won't lie. It was a great update, but again, I think looking back on it now that it ended too early, because even I wasn't able to finish the Battle Pass mainly because I didn't really play this update. And the main reason why was because of the mythics, and I think that it's because all of the Turtles mythics were the same, it's just the icons were different. And the weapons themselves were, but it felt like they didn't really look into much of that, because I get why, you know, it's very hard to make different abilities for different weapons, but again, this is the same company who had like 3-4 crossover mythics in one season. But now that I'm talking about mythics, I might as well mention I was not a fan of really any of the mythics that were in this season. The guns, don't get me wrong, the guns were good, but you couldn't mod them. So like, I know one of the weapons was a shotgun, right? Where are they shooting from? Oh, he is. He's right there. God. How did none of those shots hit? That's... Thank you. But yeah, anyway, back to what I was saying. And there was a shotgun mythic this season that had a scope. And I didn't really like the scope, I'll be honest. But when I learned that these mythics couldn't be modified, I was like, why not? They're weapons. They are weapons too. As much as the game Epic doesn't want them to be weapons, guns, they are guns, and they should be modified to be as such. Oh crap. And something that came up during this season, and really last season too, was the tryout, I guess, for Epic Games to put Battle Pass items into the item shop. And look, I missed out on some great seasons, okay? I didn't start playing until Chapter 2, Season 8. And even then, I missed out on the Carnage skin, which I really wish I could have gotten my hands on. I really wish I could have gotten my hands on that Carnage skin, and I still do. But I wouldn't want to return to the item shop because it would miss the whole point of having a battle pass. You know, something like the past mini battle passes that they're doing today. That's a whole different story, you know. I am completely fine with them releasing the mini battle passes because they cost 1,800 and have no V-Bucks in them, so you can't earn them back to get the next one next season. But battle passes, they give you around 1,500 V-Bucks, so you can get an emote, an Icon Series emote, one of the ones that they released this year, that season that you really like. Sometimes even more. However, this is a big however, their skins are exclusive to that season. Unlike the mini festival passes, which skins will most likely return that are a part of that collab. Like, for instance, we got Tom Holland and Spider-Man in Chapter 3 because of No Way Home. We also got a Battle Pass exclusive Spider-Man that I personally got. With 3 selectable styles: the Symbiote suit, the Future Foundation suit, and the, you know, obviously the normal version. There were a lot of other versions of that skin that I could have gotten, like the super levels, but I'm not really a fan of those levels, so even though I was only able to get like one for each skin, I'm not really worried about those. Something I also hated this season were these caches, the way that they work. Because despite there being like a certain time limit to get like legendary weapons, epic weapons, you know, and that was really good. I would go to storage caches all the time, despite people saying like, oh, those, that doesn't really matter. Like, loot crates were better, supply drops were better. You know, I was like, no they're not, because these guys give you legendary, epic, or the bottom line was literally rare weapons. You know? So it was one of those things where it was like, oh, they nerfed it down so much that no one even wants it, not even me. I'll get it every now and then, but it's like only for... Oh, goddamn, I'm not fighting him. But it was like, the only time I got it was for maybe XP or to lure enemies towards me, you know. But I didn't really use it. So since we're getting to like close to the end of the match here, I'm going to go ahead and say some of the stuff I would like in the next season. Chapter 5 Season 2. Which, for me, would definitely be like Like, and a lot of people have been talking about this specific one, but if it's going to be a Greek-themed season, like around the Greek gods and stuff, and there's rumors of lightning returning and storms, all that good stuff, I would personally want the Greek god mythics. You know, like imagine like just imagine you've got you defeat like I don't know, oh a Zeus boss or an Ares boss, and Ares gives you this weapon, and Zeus gives you his lightning, or Poseidon gives you his trident, and you can just go ham on it. I don't want them to be too similar either, because in the Marvel season, they were able to like, oh, you gotta be kidding me, this guy again? Oh, I'm gonna die. But you know what I mean, right? Like mythics that revolve around the characters themselves. Like in when the Marvel season gave you so many mythics, and I quest that I don't think a lot of people talk about as much, I would say, is definitely the fact that I would want, in order to get those skins, I would want to have to defeat a boss. So, you know, obviously, you want the Zeus skin, you gotta defeat Zeus. Because, for me, this season especially, you haven't been able to really... You would just get the mythics for defeating the characters. I am not a big fan of that, because I rarely go up and defeat the characters for their mythics. I got the Peter Griffin skin, but I didn't beat Peter Griffin. And that's another thing that I want to talk about, because one of the things I absolutely hated this season was the fact of crap, I can't, my mind dear brain alright. Oh yeah, the fact that Peter Griffin did not have a second page, and they gave that whole extra page that they had to just cars from Rocket Racing. It was like, bro, I literally will not be able to get his emote or his other style. I just have his normal style. And I get that it's like a bonus reward, and you gotta work extra hard to get it, but come on. Like, I love grinding, right? That's why I don't pay for the battle passes off the get-go. But that just feels rude. You know? Because it's like, you're not... It feels like Epic is like, oh, we have this whole other page, but instead of giving people what we know they want, we're just gonna make them work for it. That might be a marketing tactic by Epic too, to like get them to buy more levels, but it won't work. I didn't really like also how Snake was the bonus skin or the secret collab skin, you know. It really should have been Peter Griffin, because a lot more people were hyped up to get him than they were Solid Snake. And I rarely see people using Solid Snake as well, so that might be a little bit of a problem. The if they, you know, just decide to... Who in the world? Oh, that's that new robot guy. Give me the shield. And this season didn't really start off good for me with all the movement stuff and what was going on, because I literally didn't see a problem with the movement. Like, I promise you, I did not see a problem with the movement. I didn't even see a difference until videos pointed it out. And I was like, what's wrong with the movement? Is there actually something up with it? But the guy that was sending, and I wanted to do a video about this, but the fact that people were literally sending death threats to this man over practically nothing, even though he only worked on the animations. And he worked on that stuff for a year. Just to get hated on and to get canceled for nothing. Oh, why did that cancel my freaking reload? I was just swimming. I think the new modes like Lego mode, and Lego mode's good, don't get me wrong. Lego mode's actually freaking fantastic. Lego mode is actually good, but I just stopped playing it because really, unless you're playing like that mode's creative mode or with your friends, it doesn't really feel fun. And I only got one friend and he can't play Fortnite with me that much because my Wi-Fi sucks. Oh, that's a feature that I'm glad they kept in. Finding legendaries, and yeah, you want to know how bad my Wi-Fi sucks? If you watch one of my older videos, then you'll know, like, one time I literally glitched so hard that it kept on sending me back and I couldn't help one of my teammates because of it. And they actually booted me off their team after that, and I don't play with them anymore because they booted me off the team because I have internet issues, and my dad can randomly come in and say, hey, turn off the Wi-Fi because I'm getting on Fortnite, or I'm getting on Peacock, or, you know, something like that. I am not happy about how fast they ended the Team NT collab, though. Like, because I was so close to getting the Turtle Glider and just getting the backbling. Oh crap, I did. And that boy's gonna... Haters will say that I'm hacking. I hope he doesn't report me though, because I wasn't hacking. I like how Fortnite is actually realistic and knows that bullets can go through holes, you know? Okay, it's going right. Come on over to the other side. Let's go. Let's race. overall I thought this season was a good opener, but it had a lot of downsides to it, mostly because of the Fortnite community just complaining. A big surprise that happened to me was the Fortnite and Disney collaboration. I think I'm gonna end this video here because my Wi-Fi is starting to get bad. So I will see you guys in the next video. Hopefully, finishing WWE 2K. But